this week because I'm stepping out. We got Winter Cup this week, so Ann and I are heading up. It's Ann's birthday today, so I got to do the wifey favor. What's good, J Dam? Brick by
What's
brick.
good, man? What's good, man?
We was just laughing, man. We gonna get right into it, bro. Like 100 niggas against a gorilla, man. This is what everybody's talking about right now. So who's on your roster, bro?
Uh, Aaron Donald,
He said Aaron Donald.
Anthony Joshua,
Hey, so
McGregor.
wait, hold on. Okay, so we can do all races and ethnicities because I just wanted to make sure that we on the same page there. Can we do all races and ethnicities here? Is it everybody?
It's everyone, but it's still bad. The gorilla. After you send your biggest, baddest man at him,
Hey,
and
but
he
check this out. All right, so you got Aaron Donald. All right, let's put the roster together there. Aaron Donald. So here's who I'm putting on the front line. I'm putting Joker's brothers. Joker's
Yep.
his two brothers. They on the front line. Them two. I'm bringing because whoever's on the front line, they get knocked out.
It's, you can put John Jones, anyone on the front line.
They
And
get
all the
knocked
normal
out.
niggas they're saying they can take the gorilla, put them on the front line. Put anyone that says they're good, put them on the
Hey, I'm
front
putting.
line.
Okay, so we got
Bro,
Joker's brothers. We got anybody who's basically said that they can beat up a gorilla. You going on the front
yes.
line, bro.
Yeah, you're front
Like
line,
you on the front line.
bro.
So there's
It's
no weapons, right? This is hand to
no
hand
weapons.
combat. All
It's
right.
hand in hand.
So
It's
can we
wrestling with
take?
everyone.
Can we take? Does it? Do they have to be right now, or can we take like prime Lawrence Taylor? Can I take?
Bro, we
Can I
gotta be
take
right
Andre the
now.
Giant?
I thought about that.
Because I'm bringing him
Have
if we
to.
can.
You have to. But after he knocks him out, it's all easier. It's gonna get easier and easier for the gorilla. After he knocks out your biggest, baddest man, like imagine knocking out John Jones and then you gotta go to
Yeah,
me. Like nigga,
yeah, he gonna have his way with John Jones, bro.
exactly. John Jones is done. Nigga, rest in peace. Like, and after he does all them bad, and then he sees a normal nigga, like it's easy. He might
I'm
fuck
crying.
around. He might square up, man. Like they see what
Hey,
Thanos was doing, and niggas, it's gonna be the same.
oh man, so we can't have like superheroes. Like, it can't be Thanos.
No,
So
you would need him.
man, I'm crying.
You
You,
need Thanos all them.
I don't even. So if we talking about like regular niggas, all right. So Steven Adams got to be in there. Like all right. Let's just talk about like people that right now, like it's going down right now.
Yeah,
Gorillas waiting on us right now, bro. Like we
yeah.
getting. So the location where we fighting. So because that depends. Like we was talking about earlier, that depends where we fighting at. We fighting in the
It does,
octagon. We fighting in the jungle.
bro.
Like where we
It's
at?
if you're in an open field, at least you're landing in the grass.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
if you're
Because
in the octagon, you're landing fourth row on your back on some bleachers.
it's over. You get he gonna do one of them joints where he picks you up by the legs and be like bop,
and
and you're
and
done. You
once
concussed.
that happens to the first nigga, like there's been so much fear in the next 99, bro. And I didn't sign up, so I'm in.
No,
Nigga, put me
I
somewhere,
know,
and I'll
but
be sure the shit,
who's on your roster then? So like, all
bro.
right, so you got Aaron Donald. So Aaron Donald, I'm taking the Joker's the Jokic brothers. They're coming.
Bro, John Jones,
Pause. John Jones,
Anthony Joshua,
Anthony Joshua, Steven Adams.
yeah,
Steven
Francis
Adams
and
got to
Don.
come.
I'm taking. I'm
Francis and
taking.
Dom. Yeah, Francis and Dom gotta be there.
Who else?
Are any boxers qualified? Do you think? Like, can you get someone to bop them up real quick? Anthony Joshua. You said Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. You gotta get the biggest
Tyson
ones,
Fury.
but
Tyson Fury going on the front line. Anthony
yeah,
Joshua going
front
on the front
one.
line because you got to
Yep.
because you can only punch. Like, I just need you to get a couple socks in real quick. I need you
That's the
to
thing.
steal
When
on
you
him a
get
couple times.
you don't gotta reach on a gorilla though. Like as soon as you
True,
get close
true.
enough to, you gonna see his eyes look. It's over. Like that's the thing. It's like you could pick your top 10 baddest dudes, and They're getting throw Draymond out there, let him make a mad or
Yeah,
something.
Draymond gonna do some things.
Man,
Yeah, it's hard, man, because like, all right, so is there any bodybuilding bulls that's going out there? What about the oh my man? Well, he rest in peace. Debo got to go out there. I'm putting Debo out there.
oh, throw Debo.
Debo definitely gonna be out there.
Larry
Uh,
Wheels, man, what's he like 6'6", 300 pounds is all muscle, but he gonna get slammed.
Hey, I'm taking. You know all them dudes in them Russian fights that they got like about 20 niggas in the ring like just fighting. I'm
Yeah.
taking all of them cats in them
Oh yeah.
Russian
Give me 20
the
of them.
things. Yeah, give
Yep.
me all of them. I'm
Oh,
taking
give me
all of
them.
them. So that's like 20%
Yeah, that's
of your
yep.
100. So
Give
you
me give
got
me give me Khabib
yeah,
because he
Khabib
don't.
already fighting bears.
Yeah.
Like
He
so
might grab
that's
it.
what I
He
said
might
in the
grab an
chat.
ankle. I need McGregor out there just
Yeah,
cause.
Connor. Yep.
Yep.
Yep, we
After that, you got to throw another. That we don't. We're only at 30, so you got to throw another 30 niggas that are ready to die. Like you gotta have someone that's ready to die. You know what I'm saying? Because anyone that has family and friends, like once the first nigga gets turned to juice, you're turning around.
Oh man. Hey, I'm throwing the orange man out there just so he can get crushed real quick.
Throw
I'm
him
gonna
out
throw
there,
him out there.
bro. You gotta have to throw another fight. Throw Jake
JD
Paul front
Vance, I'm
line.
throwing him out there. Jake Paul gonna have to go out there. I don't know what you're gonna do, but you gonna Jake Paul, the Paul brothers, both the Paul
Yeah, throw
brothers.
both of them out there.
You might need to take Money May just so he can play defense
Yeah,
and
let
you know
Money May go out there.
he can
Money May
slide in and
still
out.
150 pounds though. He's grab. It's
Yeah,
bad.
but he might have to be on the
But
front
you
lines
need
then.
him.
You
You
might
might
have to
need
be on
him.
the front lines.
Yep.
Just take a
You
couple
might need
shots,
him.
bro, and then
But
you gonna get
do
one of
you
these.
throw your biggest baddest out there right away, or do you send them in last once the
No, I
gorillas
send them
hopefully
in
go
last.
tired?
The pawns got to be. So I'm the only dudes that I'm gonna send out there. They got to be ready to die. The kamikaze mission is the Joker brothers because they don't care.
No,
And
yeah.
then and then all the Russian dudes in them 20 on 20, 20v3, 5,
Oh
8
yeah,
eight
yeah, yeah.
v8 joints. You guys all
Yep.
go because you've
No
already
facts.
shown
Yeah, go
you do
ahead.
not care.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So
Facts.
Money
Facts.
Mayweather, Khabib, I don't know. Like there's a few other heads out there. Who else did we say in the chat?
Oh
There
my
were some funny
gosh.
ones. Uh, Shoot, who else do we say in here? my brother. Oh, my brother said Kimbo Slice. Kimbo
Yeah,
Slice got to be out there for sure.
man. You get it.
Ron
Everyone that's
Artest,
fruit.
Ron
Ron
Art,
Arts,
Meta
yes.
World Peace.
Yes. Yes. Throw him out there.
You getting called in. Um, I'm gonna throw out who was it? Jared Vanderbilt.
Bro.
Just to he going out there just
Yep.
to like make
Yep.
noise and just be a menace. Draymond, we
Man.
already said Draymond, didn't we?
Yep.
Steven Adams.
But if you
Who else in football? We gotta have more football dudes up in there.
definitely need more foot. You definitely need Aaron Donald outside edge. Edge. You need what's his name? Play for the Brown. Hella big. Miles
Shit,
Garrett.
Xavier. Hey, shout
Throw
out to Xavier Cooper.
X
Xavier,
out there.
you going, bro.
You,
You got
you've been
drafted.
you've been
You
volunteering.
have been drafted, X. You don't know Zach, you too. Zach Banner.
Yeah,
Zach,
Zach. Yeah,
you are drafted.
yeah.
You-
Zach got to be out there. And they can wear their pads too. It's still getting bad. I'm throwing Miles Garrett. He's a freak.
Yeah,
Man,
Miles Garrett
pause.
gotta go.
Man, who else, man? I don't know.
All right.
I don't
So
know.
it's a good roster. So I mean that's a decent start to the roster. Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
if you have somebody to add, man, pop them in pop them
Yeah,
into the
yeah.
chat or pop them into the comments or something. But
No
yeah,
facts.
man. That's funny. I was
Oh,
that
my
like I
goodness.
didn't expect that meme to take off like it
Bro,
did, man.
it's been comedy, bro. I'm literally messaging the homie right now, and he posted a video punching the punching machine at the bar. Like we're easily taking a gorilla. No, it's bad. You're not getting the clean shot. You're not holding him down. Nothing,
The
bro. It's
gorilla,
bad.
man, that's crazy. Like all off a tweet, man. That's just funny to
All
me.
off a
Like
tweet.
I love the internet, man, just for stuff because I learned from my son Tay. We were sitting at the dinner table, and he was like, "Can you believe that?" And I was, he had some slant on it about like I forget what he was saying, but and then that's what clued me in, and so I checked it out. I was like, "Oh, that's hilarious." I was like, "Man, who's gonna be on your roster then?" And then we started talking
Oh,
about it. Shit was funny, bro.
that is hilarious, bro. It's I don't know. It's there's no way like, and there's no way after the first 10 die that the other 90 aren't scared.
Man, I don't. You know,
Because once you see with your eyes, one dude get grounded,
just
pound,
mashed, and
yeah,
his head get.
hammer fisted, and the other dude is thrown the other a block away. Like you're gonna be rattled.
Oh man, that's so funny, bro. Anthony Mackie, he might have to come. He gonna be on the front lines though, bro. You sorry,
Man,
Anthony Mackie. You can use your Falcon wings all you want, but bro, you gonna get Hulk smashed too. So
no facts.
hey, I'm gonna throw Michael B. Jordan out there just because see what he can do.
Go out there, man. He got to come as Killmonger. He better
Yeah,
come
he
as
gonna have to
somebody.
come. He gonna have to come with something, but because he's in Creed. You know what I'm saying? He might have to
Man,
be out there.
it's
Uh,
it's getting ugly.
it get bad though. It will get real bad. Uh, man, let's talk. Me, I'm ready to take all the. I'm ready to take all the smoke for the Lakers. I was on the show just a week. I expected a little bit more than a week, man. Like
Man,
JJ, man. I mean, a week and a half, bro. Now, there's a lot of nuances to this, in my opinion. I'm gonna go on. Here's a hot take: the Lakers overachieved this year. Now, here's
yeah,
why. I'm talking a lot of shit when I say Lakers in five and whatever. They were playing well, right? They were playing well. They were playing. They're in the honeymoon period. They just got a Luka Doncic who's coming off of an injury, who hadn't even played actually basketball since January. So like he hadn't
yeah,
played in a whole month. So he's coming in cold anyway. He was. It didn't matter if he was with his team or not. So he comes in with a brand new team. He's still dealing with the trauma of being traded from his franchise team that he thought he'd be there forever. He's dealing with that. You got a 40-year-old Bron who really don't. I mean, he's honestly just there right now. To be honest with you,
yeah.
he's enjoying the ride. I don't think he's really trying to win a title. To be honest with you, obviously he's trying to. Like
Hmm.
you got that. You got a rookie coach in JJ who actually did really well, but when his best asset to me and his best quality became his worst quality in the playoffs, and that's ego, pride. Um, he thinks he's right about everything, which he should be. He's a coach. Uh, he was wrong, and he got out coached, and it was to the point where he didn't even. I don't even think he wanted to admit it by making a move. And you can't have a cone and Luka Doncic out there in zero rim protection.
Yeah,
Like that's crazy to me. Like I was just like, bro, you got to. After the first game, I was like, you need more than 8 minutes from Hayes against this team. They got Rudy Gobert. Like you need to match him up with another big at least for a little bit of that time. Like not all the time, just a little bit. 8 minutes wasn't enough for me, and I was like, but his minutes started diminishing. I'm like, wait a minute,
yeah,
bro, you can't just play the death lineup the whole game. Like that don't.
exactly. Yeah,
That's when Steve Kerr was doing that. That was for the fourth quarter. That was not a
yeah,
thing that they did all the whole time. They played Looney. They played their bigs. They played Andrew
yeah,
Bogut. They played those guys. They were integral to the game. And the death lineup came at the end when you had to make a decision whether you're gonna play big or small. But he was just like, "Fuck it, we starting small and we doing this the whole game." Like, bro, that's not the move, man. So
man.
yeah, go ahead.
I need an apology from everyone that talks shit on our episode. The first episode, IG, everyone's going crazy, and I was telling everyone that Luka and LeBron obviously high IQ players, but that's not enough to win a championship.
Yeah, I
That's why I
agree.
was like, it's not gonna work. It's and Luka's coming off of making it to the finals last year, so
Yeah,
them losing the first round is not an accomplishment. But it's like I as soon as he went over, it's like okay, they got good pieces, but that is not
yeah,
enough. And
yeah.
people thought I was crazy, and it's like no, they need a rim protector. They need another. They need really really good role players. You know what I'm saying? It's like they need to
Hmm.
add more pieces, and I just didn't see them beating OKC or a Boston or even a Warriors, in my opinion, and T Wolves. It's just like
Yeah.
Luka is not a great defensive player. Yes, he's going to go crazy on the offensive end, but it's just their offensive is so stagnant.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I agree
if
with that.
if if Luka's going crazy, it's not like LeBron is spotting up. He's up. He's just watching Luka go crazy, and vice versa. If LeBron's doing it, Luka's just standing at the top of the key. They don't have guys sprinting to the corner to knock down corner threes like a PJ Tucker or something like that. They
Yeah.
had an AR is developing into a good like one-on-one player, but they need guys that are good at only spot up shooting, only good at pick and rolls, only good at catching lobs, getting rebounds. Like they
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have
specialty
that.
players, like
Exactly.
guys that play their role, and I feel like even so. Let's just say so. There's two parts to this. I agree on all of that. I agreed even when we got Luca. I was like, "Who's our center?" You know, Hayes. We knew Hayes wasn't the answer long
Yeah,
term,
yeah, yeah.
but for the time being, he was playing. He was playing well with Luca
Oh
at
yeah, for sure.
for
Yeah.
some time. Some games he'd play
Yep.
well. Other games he'd disappear.
Hmm.
But he at least was a lob threat, and we know Luca needs a
Yeah.
lob threat, and he served that purpose about 50% of the time to
Hmm.
60% of the time.
Hmm.
Where I was like, all right, we can do that. Like I was like, all right, we got at least a center that can play ball. But
Yeah.
here's where I have problems with: you still got to coach your team. You still
Yeah.
got to coach who you have on the bench, bro. Like you can't take your starting center and not play him a whole entire series.
For sure.
Like
Yeah.
that's malpractice. You can't take your 40-year-old dude in that group, AR, Luca, and Bron, who are all Bron's not a defensive liability, but the other two are.
Yeah.
AR not as much as he used to be, but like he used to be the
Yeah.
dude that everyone's going at. But like
Yep.
it doesn't mean that he's a good defender. Like so
Hmm.
you got two dudes that aren't providing much resistance on the perimeter. Like
Hmm.
and then you're taking your center out. Like
Yeah.
nothing made sense. And then you're gonna play Rui. So here's the other thing. Strategically, here's what I saw last night in the game. I saw there's never a Bron. Actually, they had one action where Bron runs around, he sets a screen, and then Luca gives it to him. And now you have Bron in the middle of the floor spraying and making decisions. He hit someone for a wide open shot. Kleber hit Kleber for a wide open shot, shot it, and then they never went back to that action. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
you need Braun in the middle of the floor. Who did they go to next? Vando. I'm like, bro, you're putting the ball in the hands of Vando in the middle of the floor to make decisions. Like, just nothing made sense
Oh
to me.
yeah.
Like, and then before that game, in game four, I think it was game four, it was Rui. And I was like, so
Mhm.
Rui was going crazy and get wide open shots. I'm like, why is that not Braun right there? Braun's
Yeah.
standing over in the corner. I'm like, nothing, no, coaching wise, I feel like
Yeah.
he
I think that
sabotaged them.
I think that they did a good job coming back yesterday, but there were the last couple minutes of the game, there was some definitely not low IQ, but there was some bad shots, some
Hmm.
bad time and place, just possessions in general, where like you got guys just firing up threes when you don't need a three yet.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like there was like straight possessions where they're down by three and they're trying to hit a three.
Yeah.
And they missed all of them, and it's just like, dude, you guys are killing yourself. Get down. You guys have Luca, Braun, and I mean, if someone collapses on that, then kick it to Rui because he's hot. But you got, I don't know. It was just in the last couple minutes was just bad hoop in my opinion in terms of like time and place
I agree.
and them shooting really bad threes in transition and just not they didn't run any sets. It was just pick up ball the last couple minutes
It
in a
was
closeout
nasty
game.
in
Yeah,
a closeout game, and you're playing Maxi Kleber in a closeout game. Bro ain't
facts.
played since January, bro.
Oh
Like
yeah.
his hubris and his ego got the best of him, and
Mhm.
I felt like the game plan they went to it, bro. I've never seen in a NBA playoff game a team go to a zone in the first quarter.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it was like minute 8. It was 8 minutes
Oh
left
yeah.
in first, and they were already in a 3-2 zone. I was like, bro, this game is over. Like,
Oh
you
yeah.
can't do that. You just said basically we can't guard you. Like,
Basically, yeah.
and your center is sitting on the bench that allows you to play man up. And I'm just like, bro, you are. I just he showed that he's a
Yeah.
very rookie coach. And I'm gonna just say this: give Darvin Ham his flowers. He would not have played AR like that. He would have sat AR a little bit, and then we
Yeah.
would have been like, why is AR not playing? Because he's not balling. This is not the series for him.
Yeah.
And honestly, he's a sixth man. Like, let's be
Yeah.
real. AR is a six man on a championship team, in my
For
opinion.
sure.
I've
For
always
sure.
been there. I think he's a great player. I think he's nice. But yeah, if you put a lot of guys in the third role with Luka and LeBron, they're going to get 25 and 5. You can do that with a lot of
Exactly.
guys. I mean,
Exactly.
that's not hard. I'm not saying it's not hard. It's respect to AR, but like I just don't feel like he's a third option. You can't have Luca and him on the same floor on the floor at the same time to me. Like not
Oh
as your
yeah.
starting five. I
No, for
just
sure.
don't. I'm not
And
on.
I,
I'm
I
dying on
feel
that
like
hill.
in the fourth quarter you saw it a lot where AR was shooting certain shots, and you can actually see the frustration with Braun, where he's kind of like
Oh yeah,
back, and it's like, all
yeah.
right, that's in the beginning of the fourth. That's when I knew they was gonna lose. When I saw Braun getting frustrated every time
Mm-hmm.
AR or some of those other role guys were doing dumb plays.
Yeah.
When he's Braun's not like that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't even think Braun was interested in this whole series because Hayes wasn't playing.
No.
Because here's why. Braun's the one down there taking the elbows to the head. He's 40. Like if I was
Oh
40
yeah.
and I was doing that, I was like, bro, I have a 20 something 7-footer over there, and you don't want to put him
Exactly.
out here with me. Like
And Jackson
I'm
Hayes is
off this. I'm
and
off
he's
this.
athletic too. And
I'm
you need
good.
an athlete or at least a bruiser like to do something because if Rudy Gobert gives you what do you have 26 and
27
25?
and 24, bro. He had a
Yeah,
career game.
yeah, he
He's
went
never done
crazy.
that ever
Yeah, he's
in his whole career.
no, yeah. They had him looking like first team all league out there.
And JJ's so stubborn. You have Jackson. Then you know what's funny was when the when the cameras kept going to Jackson Hayes. That's how you know it's bad when the
No facts.
cameramen are zooming in on Jackson Hayes.
Exactly.
I was
Exactly.
like, damn, bro,
Cameraman's
that's
looking like, bro, put
crazy.
someone in. I seen him zooming on Jackson
Yeah.
Hayes. I seen him put on Bronny cheering a couple times too.
But I do think this. Bron, I hope retires. You know, I hope next year's his last year. I'm good. You know, I don't think he needs to play anymore. He doesn't have anything to prove anymore. He doesn't need to win a
Yeah.
title. That's all just for the MJ old heads and people that just want to hate. He's already cemented. In my opinion, he's the GOAT. Like he's scored more points. He's his scoring record will never be broken by the time from when we're alive. I don't think. Just because the longevity it takes to do that is like it's crazy.
So do you think that because he has those accolades that in another 20, 30 years that do you think everyone's going to say LeBron is the GOAT because they look back at the history books? Because I feel like it's weird now too with like I feel like you need a MVP award and then almost
Mm.
like I feel like you need another award like who's the best player in the league and who was the MVP this year? Because then
Yeah, yeah,
because if you look back at like the history books, it's like okay, we gave Steve Nash two MVPs, but the best player award went to Kobe these years.
hmm
Or you know what I'm saying? I feel like if you look back at the history books, people ain't gonna be talking about those seasons of Kobe where he averaged 35 and then get MVP. Or even this year,
yeah.
Joker had a better year this year than he got MVP last year.
Right,
But
right.
Shea is probably gonna. So now 20 years from now, people are looking back like, oh,
That was
Joker
Joker's
did.
MVP. You know,
Yeah.
Joker was the
So
best player this year.
you almost need two separate awards. So like
And
in
what's
another 20, 30 years, it's
how how do you win the hustle award? Like I'm confused.
yeah, I
Like
don't
that
know.
shit you shouldn't be over we talked about that, didn't was that us? When I said you shouldn't be
Uh
over 30. You shouldn't be over 30 winning the hustle award, bro.
no,
That should be for 25 and unders and
no.
Draymond Green winning the hustle award means nothing. Marcus Smart winning the hustle award means nothing. Like give it
No,
to who's the kid on Atlanta? What's the young bull's name? I forget his name, but he's cold.
talking
Like
about the
he's a
light skinned
wing.
kid,
What's that? Yeah, the
the light
lights
skinned. So
Dyson.
Dyson, they probably didn't want to give
Daniel
it to him
Dyson.
because they gave him most improved player.
They gave that to him this year.
I believe so. I think he just got most improved. He won it
Oh,
yesterday. I think.
okay, he's cold.
That's
Okay, well then give it to Josh Hart. You know what I'm saying? Like give it to
no
somebody that
facts.
I
Yeah.
know. That I know. Oh, speaking of Josh Hart and the Knicks, so I understand. Like, so back to JJ's coaching real quick. Just one more point I wanted to make on that. You have to be able to adjust your temperament and style in some capacity, unless you have horses like Joe Mazzulla. Like Joe Mazzulla, I
Yeah.
could coach that team to a championship, that roster. But
No.
like
Yeah.
Tom Thibodeau will never win a championship because he tears ACLs for a living. Like you
No.
can't
Yeah.
coach that hard in the NBA
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time. Like
No. Yeah.
you have
You gotta
to
let him rock. Yeah.
adjust. You
Yep.
have to adjust a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
For
And
sure. Yeah.
Missoula,
Yeah.
I think Missoula does that. I think he's learned that. Um,
Absolutely.
and you can't just be all the way go hard all the time, like, because this ain't college, bro. This is
No, yeah,
82 games.
exactly.
These are pros. They're grown men. Like, you can't. You got
Exactly.
to give them some agency.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so the Knicks will be hard to beat, and they're gonna be play hard. But them ACLs, bro. He's the
No
ACL.
facts.
He got a whole skeleton closet of ACLs in his
No, yeah,
closet. Um, I think he's a great coach, though. I think he's one of
for
the better
sure.
coaches today. But he just
For sure.
that's his crutch,
For
in my
sure.
opinion.
Dude, what?
Back to the awards and shit, though. I agree with you. I MVP. And honestly, I was saying this the other day. I don't even think the title means that much anymore.
Mm,
Watch, when someone wins the title, we're already burnt out from the playoffs being so long. People stop actually tuning in by June. Like, it's sunny out. I'm outside. Like, I'm not.
yeah.
And I think that a week after that, we're already talking about where's Giannis going. We're already talking about
Yeah.
that now.
Yeah.
Where's Giannis going? What's happening with the Lakers? And that's the media's fault. They don't pay enough attention to the champions. Unless you win two in a
Yeah.
row or three in a row,
Yeah.
you're irrelevant after a week. Like, who won the Super Bowl? Who cares? We're talking about Shadour
Yeah.
Sanders right now. You know what I'm saying?
No
Like,
facts. Yeah.
we don't
Yeah.
give enough credit to the champions of these leagues,
Yeah.
because of the media news cycle and just the way that our media works. In my opinion, that's
No.
just
Yeah.
my
For
opinion.
sure.
We talking about Shadour Sanders more than the champions, than the Philly.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
I
It's,
don't
it's
know.
like it's like I feel like I do think it's crazy Shador didn't go first round. I will say that.
That is
But
crazy, bro.
to have that a 10 times bigger story than some of the players that actually got drafted is crazy.
It's real
You know what I'm
crazy to
saying?
me. Travis
Like
Hunter.
what?
Travis Hunter went second, right? So,
Yeah, he went second. You could have made a huge story about Travis Hunter, and instead it
bro,
was like Shador slipped.
and the crazy part is we're talking about Shadour when the dude that is just like his dad just got drafted number 2, and he's probably going to be
Yeah,
Charles Woodson. He's Charles Woodson. He's
exactly.
Deion
And
Sanders. Like, we have the
and
guy right here.
they're gonna let him play both sides, which is I don't know if that's ever been done.
Ah, man.
I I think with Shador is I think he's talented. And I'm rooting for him, but I do think his interviews kind of killed him. Like
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
if
I
you
think
saw
so.
some of his interviews. Like you don't gotta. I'm gonna keep it real. You don't gotta fucking act like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Nah,
don't
he
act
not.
like you're already the top quarterback in the league. Y'all know what I do is, and it's like nah, man. Like you don't gotta. Like bro, you gotta be humbler. You didn't prove shit yet to an NFL scout. You know what I'm saying? You didn't prove nothing yet to an NFL player. Like it's just yes, you did good in college, but you can't like if Cooper Flag comes out talking crazy and acting like that, he could slip. You know what I'm saying? Like he was acting too good. Y'all see what I do? I do this, blah blah. And then his dad is saying like, oh, there's certain teams that we're not allowing him to go to. It's like
That killed
shit.
it.
Like what are you saying? You're not allowing to go to certain teams. Like, do you want to get drafted or not? And now you
Yeah,
just went to a team that has fucking 6 quarterbacks.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. And they're
I'm
not a
gonna
good. Yeah,
I'm gonna push back a little bit because the Mannings were doing that too. Mannings were saying
mm,
they weren't going to certain teams when Philip Rivers and Eli was there. I think that there was certain teams that Eli was not going to play for, and
mm.
they had those discussions. The difference is they weren't. He's not as flamboyant as Shadour.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
and I
they're
think
even. Yeah,
yeah. Go ahead.
keeping back to hoop because Austin Reeves said that him and his agent did that so that he could go undrafted and be in a better situation and
Yeah,
pick what team and who wants to go play for.
yeah,
But it's doing that behind the scenes is way different than you straight saying it out in the interviews and
yeah,
like being straightforward. Yeah, we ain't going to a couple of these teams. We ain't doing like that. That's completely different than I think Shador went about it the wrong way, being just trying to be too cool and act like he's too good for teams versus other people
hmm
like, we're trying to end up in a better situation.
yeah.
And
And
especially yeah,
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I don't mind seeing a confident black man in the space. Now, I will say he also can afford to do that because he doesn't need to play football. Like, honestly, his brand is bigger than the Browns brand right now.
absolutely,
Like,
absolutely.
so he does have some room to stand on that because he's seen from the numbers, and he has a brother who does his content. His
Yeah.
content creator is his actual family member, so he knows he can take that brand and go wherever he wants from it, football unrelated. Like he doesn't even have to be playing football at
Mm-hmm.
this point, in my opinion. And he can pretty much start his own. He can start like if it's me, he can start his own like league, like content wise. Like, all right, I'm gonna get the best DBs and receivers out here, and boom, we're gonna make that pop off. And I guarantee you, people will be watching that shit. Like, and he can make a whole culture if he wanted to. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying he don't want to play football or nothing like
Mm-hmm.
that. I'm just saying we're sitting here talking about him, and his brand carries further than the
Oh yeah.
Browns ever will. You know what
No,
I'm
for sure.
saying? Outside of the
Absolutely.
fan base. So I mean,
Absolutely.
I don't think that he's. I wouldn't. Obviously, if it was my child, I'd be like, yeah, we ain't getting down like that.
Yeah.
Um, and I do think that he went a little overboard with the flamboyance, but I also
Mm-hmm.
don't mind it. I'm like, all right,
Oh
man, if
yeah.
that's how you want to move, like
Oh yeah, for
go
sure. I
go
think that
get to it then.
100% be confident, but some of the answers are things that you shouldn't say at your
Yeah,
pressers and
yeah,
at
I
and
agree with that.
to team owners. And we're talking about the NFL as well. Like we're talking
Racist,
about racist ass
racist
owners.
wide owners.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's not like NBA where we got, a couple more people that are just, more with stuff. This is
yeah.
this is the and we're talking about Jerry Joneses, like so it's it's
That man was at the steps of trying to get black people out of here, man. He
bro,
was there
he's in the black and white pictures in the back.
in the
They
back,
got
bro.
him.
He's literally
They got
in the
him on
pictures
film, literally in the
in
photo. So like
1958 in
exactly
Selma.
that's who you're talking to. So like I feel like I don't know. I think that he could have went about his interview, still be confident, but he could have went about his interviews a little bit differently. And then
Yeah,
once he got in, then be like, man, keep talking your shit. Like, yeah, I'm here to turn this program around. I'm here to do this.
hmm,
But some of his answers just like, I wouldn't have said that. And
yeah,
I'm rooting for him. I want him to start for a team. I want to see him win. But some of the answers was like, shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not a good look.
How you think he's gonna perform? I mean, the Browns is basically like I don't. When's the last time you seen what Baker Mayfield and he balled for what one season and then now he's
Yeah.
even balling anymore? I don't follow NFL, so I don't
Yeah.
watch like that. But
Baker Mayfield is still doing his thing in Tampa Bay.
okay, so
Um,
he survived.
Yeah, yeah, he
Okay, so
survived.
do you
And
think
it's
Shadour
a
can
better
survive?
situation. I also think it's tough being a quarterback for the Browns in general.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
mean,
saying. Like they've never been good my whole life. Bernie
yeah, yeah,
Kosar was the last time they were good. So
yeah. So it's like, I mean, he's used to not having a line at Colorado, but I
that's
just feel like
this is a whole different.
a
These
whole different
monsters are
beast.
different, bro. You're gonna
So
get
I
hurt.
think that exactly. So I mean, I think that I don't know. I want to see him do good. I mean, obviously, you go into your first year, there's going to be a learning curve, no matter what. I mean,
Yeah,
him going from Jackson State to Colorado was a learning curve, and then he balled out the second year. I think it's Caitlin Clark her rookie year. You didn't have time to adapt yet, and I think Caitlin Clark is about to go crazy this year.
she's gonna. Well, they
So,
stacked her squad, bro. Like
oh, for sure.
they know
But
what they doing.
I think Shadour needs to get some reps this year and fail a little bit, and I
Yeah,
think his second year he can go crazy because he's a great thrower. He's not really an on ground QB like how some of the other QBs are, but
right, right.
I think he's nice, man. You can't say he's not a top three QB in the draft.
Easy. His pocket presence alone is better than
Exactly.
a
And then
lot of
now he's at
pros
least
that I see.
gonna have better weapons. Like in college, he had Travis Hunter. He had another dude that
Yeah,
was Horn, but
yeah.
other
Horn
than
is
that,
cool.
if the fact that you knew the ball was going to some of them players, I think I don't know. I think he could ball out in his second year. I think he's gonna have a learning curve for sure, and people are gonna be targeting him. But
Hmm.
I think he could be a good player for sure.
I hope I hope I hope Shadour doesn't play this year. I hope he spends more time on the sidelines like Michael Vick did in his first year.
Yeah.
And while we were all angry at the time, I wanted to see Vic out on the field, but that the year that he got out there, he put in work because he had to learn. Now I think Shadur's pocket presence and understanding of playing in the pocket is way higher than Vic's was at that point. It was almost the opposite. Vic
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just
for sure.
cold. Vic was
Yep.
something like we never seen, but his pocket presence was not good enough for the NFL at that moment.
Yeah.
And I think Shador's pocket presence is good, but I think he has a lot to learn. He's still young, and
For sure.
to take over a whole franchise at this time. I wouldn't wish that, especially the Browns of all the ones. And I don't even watch football, and I can tell you that the Browns are not good. So
No, yeah.
hopefully it works out for him. I mean, I want to see him ball out. I hope he does. You know, like I think you got a once in generation type talent with Travis Hunter. I've only seen
Yep.
2 or 3 of him in my lifetime.
Mhm.
You know, there's not many of him, so it's
Exactly.
gonna be interesting to watch, man. I just enjoy it because I don't mind. As a casual fan, I don't mind the flamboyance because it makes me tune in. Like
Yeah.
now I'm watching because I'm like, okay, now we got someone in there that's actually like. There's a few other, you know, like flamboyant casts and casts with swag, but I actually enjoy that. You know, I want to see that, and NFL tampers that a lot, and
Yep.
to me, it's the most outwardly racist league, and that's why I don't really mess with it because racists feel comfortable there, and I don't like. I mean, if you're in a place where you feel comfortable, then that's probably not a place for me. So that's why I just stepped out. And when I'm out of it and I look at it now objectively as a casual observer, I'm like, damn, it really ain't for me. You know what I mean? Like just the way it's marketed, the way it's packaged, all of that. Like it's just not for me. The way that the content, the talk about the player, the way the players don't be talk. It's starting to move in that direction with the players and having their own
Yeah.
podcasts and stuff like that. But they're
Yep.
so
Yep.
scared to say anything. I'm like, that's the white
Exactly.
supremacists and that's the slave mentality. That's the slave mentality in that league, man. It's crazy because you can get let go in a minute. The contracts ain't player friendly
Exactly.
at all
Exactly.
and it's the
And,
most it should be the most player friendly because it has CTE. You got all these
yep.
things that we know are scientifically proven that are killing literal black bodies, and I'm like, bro, this is crazy. Like you guys are racist as fuck. Like I don't get down
Well,
with the CTE
exactly.
thing.
And well, that's what I do like about, and I give credit to some of the other leagues. Like I think in the NBA, you can speak your, at least compared to the NFL, you can speak your mind a lot more. I like UFC. Dana White lets
Yeah,
his
I mean
fighters say
he's a bigot
whatever
too,
the fuck
but
they
he
want.
at least lets him
Yeah,
say, you know,
he at least
it's
lets
free ground.
his fighters say whatever the fuck he
Yep,
wants. You know what I'm
yep.
saying? Or
I'm with
with
that.
boxing, but NFL, you see what happened to Kaepernick. As soon as you speak up on something you stand for, it's like, nah, we don't do that shit here. And
Yeah,
he gets blackballed. Like when he was blackballed, you can't say he shouldn't be a starting QB.
yeah.
So for that to happen,
That was crazy to me. That's when I was off it. I was like, okay, because I already went through the Vic thing. Like with Vic, like he was fighting. He wasn't even fighting. Like it was his house and it was his
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
But like, and he took ownership of that,
yeah.
which you know, he wasn't like physically all there. You know what I'm saying? But he took ownership and he went to jail for that. Like,
Yeah,
and you're talking about a dude in his prime, like literally in his prime. It's crazy when you go back and think about it and you look at that whole situation.
yeah,
There's a lot of racism in that, man. I was just like, yo, this is crazy. I've never seen this. And I'm not saying he was right, obviously. I'm just saying I don't know if that crime fit the if that time and fit the crime to me
for sure.
personally.
And even about it, like let's just say he was the one doing it, man. You're telling me that in the NFL you can't get a second chance? Like, I think there's far worse athletes have done in different leagues that there's NBA players that actually beat their women, not didn't have a dog fight, like beat their women, and
Shoot,
they're back in the league.
we was just talking about Jackson Hayes. He was in the domestic. I mean, there's tape. Like
Yeah, even
that was this year.
Hornets. I don't know. I can think. Miles Bridges.
Miles Bridges.
He
Yeah,
he he beat his girlfriend up the day before he's supposed to get a max, and then
and
it's
I'm
like, hey, they didn't
yep.
play him the next season, and then the following year we
He back.
re-signed you, and everyone forgot. Yeah,
And
so
he's
it's like,
hooping now.
yeah, exactly.
Shoot, the Lakers could have used Miles Bridges. Honestly, like he would have cooked in this
Man,
last series. He would
that's
have
what
been
I'm
the
saying.
perfect player for them right
For
now because
real,
he don't care.
not
Um,
facts.
so yeah, I agree. Like you know, I just think that there's things with the NFL that with this Shadour thing it's bringing up a lot, but some of it's self inflicted, obviously.
Hmm.
But there we can't. It's a both and. You know, like yes. And I feel like we have a hard time with both and conversations and just our society in general, especially in the
Yeah,
social
yeah,
media era. It's like
for
it's got to
sure.
be either this or that. It can be both. Like
Yeah,
it's both. So it's a little bit everything, in my
for
opinion.
sure.
So yeah, what do you think? So back to the NBA though. So what's the Rockets and Warriors are 2-2, and Steph's thumb, bro, is like,
It's three
man,
two,
it's bad. It's three
three
two. Oh
two.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're up 3-1, so it's three
It's
two. You think the Warriors
and
closing it out?
are I think they're his thumb is bad, but I think they're closing it out. And I do not like. All right, the Rockets was kicking their ass last game, but I do not like the way that Steve Kerr completely quit. Like
Yeah, yeah,
it
he
was
did quit.
halfway through the third quarter, and he put in the G League squad. Like
Hmm.
he put in so many, and G League squad came back, brought it back to
I seen
11.
that. I was watching it.
Bro, I'm watching it because I remember when he took them out. I'm thinking like in the third quarter, I'm like, bro, is he quitting? Is he just waiting for it to go back home, or is he doing this? And yeah,
He,
the G League squad came back, and then he's looking down at the bench. It's like, and he still didn't put no one back in. He had that, so that's my problem. Reddick don't make subs, but Kerr like overly subs out his star player.
yo, he
Like
made too many subs.
as soon as 6 minutes hit in every quarter, he is getting Steph out of
Yeah,
there. You know what I'm
out of
saying? Like
there.
Steph
Yeah.
don't play enough, and I don't know. It's like, why do you feel comfortable playing your all your backups the whole fourth quarter and half of the third, but you don't feel comfortable playing Steph more than 7 minutes at a time? You know,
Yeah.
like, and I don't know. I hate how like I think he goes too deep in the lineup. I think they need to do some offseason moves and pick up some better role players. Because you talk about AR being, you know,
AR would play really well in that system.
man, there's
He
a
would actually
bunch of guys that
shine
could
in
play
that
well
system.
within it. But then also, there's so many guys in the Warriors offense that would not play for any other team. They're
I
not
agree with
getting
that.
the opportunity. There's so many guys. It's like you're is Quentin Post playing the whole fourth quarter on any other playoff
No,
team?
no, no. I don't even
There's
know if
no
he's seeing the
possible way.
floor, to be honest with you.
There's no possible way. And
And
he's
he's
playing.
he's not that bad of a player. I'm just saying,
No,
like,
not
he's
at
not a
all.
bad
But
player. Obviously, he's an NBA player, but like, just in the context, yeah, he
exactly. But he's damn near after Steph and Jimmy. Who is their third option? It's damn near. It's been Quentin Poster. It's been um B Pod. And
That's why I don't see them going too far. But man, Houston, bro, they got to be the lowest hoop IQ team in the
yeah,
whole entire playoffs,
yeah.
bro. Like,
Outside
I'm
of
watching
Fred,
them like, what are you guys doing, man? Fred is Fred, and then a bunch of dudes just playing hoops. Sengun has some IQ, but
but
outside of that,
do you think that has to do with the the GMs? Like I think, all right. So I feel like new school hoop, you get drafted and you go to the league based on your athleticism, not off your talent.
yeah,
Like that's why you get guys. Okay, he has a 40-inch vert. We could work with him. Versus
right.
guys like, damn, he's cold. You know what I'm saying? It's like seeing you'll get a. They'd rather try to develop, say, like a Zach Levine who has just crazy athleticism
Hmm.
versus I think around that time it's like Jimmer Fredette. Jimmer Fredette is a hooper. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? It's just like no, you don't
bucket.
have a 40-inch vert. So now it's like NBA is so big on getting the most athletic guy, not the
Yeah,
best or most skilled player. Because there's a
yeah,
lot of skilled guys coming out of college, and it's just like no, they're not an NBA player because they don't have a 7 foot wingspan and a 40-inch vert.
yeah. I agree with that. I think that there's a balance. You know what I mean? Because the Lakers are too far on the skill side, in my opinion, and they don't have enough dogs. So when you ran
Mm,
into a pit bull and you got golden retriever, you got your ass ate up. Pause. So you got to play your dogs. I was like, bro, you got to play Vando. You got to play Gabe. You got to play DFS. You got to play Hayes. You got to play your dogs, like, or else you're
yeah.
going to get pummeled. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's not
exactly.
going. Like, you have Julius Randle out there literally drooling out of the mouth. Like,
Yeah,
he's not here for games. So,
yeah,
and
facts.
Bron is 40. So like, you have that scenario, and I think you have. But if you have a system that where those skill guys can actually play, like the Warriors do, so like that to Kerr's, like, there's a detriment there, but there's also something to be said about, like, he keeps making it to the playoffs and keeps staying a lot around with this system where he's playing guys that, I mean, if they can't start anywhere else, but they're thriving in this system,
Yeah,
it's like
that's
he's
that.
clearly
Yeah,
built
they got a
something.
system. Their system, like they can find guys to play. They got, in my opinion, the best system in all the NBA. Like
Yeah.
like the way they move and run their offenses, it's just so smooth and fluent. Versus most of the NBA is strictly just
Here, let
go
me
out
ask you
there.
this though:
Let's
can you do that without Steph? I don't think you can,
no.
because you can't run
No.
that offense with no Steph. Like,
It's hard to do it without a second shooter.
yeah. So you're already seeing them struggle. Like, if they had a Clay or someone that was a knockdown, like that, like, I think they're going really far. But
It's hard for
that's
them to do
once
it
in a
without.
generation.
Yeah, it's hard for them to do it without Draymond. I mean, you need a
Yeah,
high IQ
yeah,
like 3 or 4 men that is telling people where to go. Because Draymond is out there telling those role players like,
yep,
cut.
yep.
He's getting on their head, making sure they play within the offense. Because when Draymond was hurt earlier this year, the
They were
offense was
bad,
shit.
bro. They were
It
bad.
was
I
fucking
watched it.
bad. Like
Yeah,
everyone felt way too comfortable shooting the ball.
yeah. I had B
Kaminga,
pods on my fantasy team,
bro,
so I know
Kaminga,
what that.
Moody, B-Paul, like they're shooting the ball like, bro, if you want to win, you're gonna have to let Steph get 30, 40 shot attempts. If Kaminga, Moody, and B-Pot are shooting all the shots, you're going to lose the game. And it's no
You're
disrespect
not
to
go,
them,
you
but
ain't even going to playoffs. Like,
hell
so I
no.
mean, that's what's crazy, man. Like, I don't know. It's the playoffs will be interesting moving forward. The Celtics are gonna win. We all know that. Like, they're just too talented. They're
Yeah,
literally sitting guys and winning playoff games. This is like, man. I mean,
bro, they
this
got
is
they got a
they got too
squad.
many guys. I mean, they got 6 guys that can all like play,
Go. Yeah, yeah.
play. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Drew Holiday's an add-in, and he's an all like he's an Olympian and an all-star.
Facts,
Like
facts.
he's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
add-in. I'm like, bro, this is
Like,
crazy.
if Porzingis is your fourth option, you know how crazy that is. Porzingis is your fourth option. Like
He's
they ran through everyone last year without
you're
Porzingis.
doing a swing, and that third swing is a
Yes.
7-foot franchise player.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
crazy when you think
Crazy.
about that, man. What do you think about like what do you think is gonna happen next? Like, do you think that so you got Minnesota, you got who's coming out of the West now? Now that you've kind of seen all the teams, Lakers are out of there. You got Minnesota. Is Minnesota? Do they have enough to get to the Western Conference Finals? Can the
I don't know.
Is it OKC? Does they get
I
OKC
think
have
I
like a
think this
clear
year I
path?
think this year it is OKC. Like
Yeah, I do
OKC
too.
got I think they got a squad. I do not think they could get through the Celtics, but I think they got a squad. Like I
Yeah.
think that no one in the West is getting through them this year.
I do think that Minnesota could pose them some problems. I think
Absolutely.
that the Rockets could pose them some problems. It's just matchup
Oh,
based. Like you got to be
for sure.
physical. You got to have wings. You got to
Yep.
have tall, long wings.
You gotta have
Pause.
some. You gotta have some dogs for sure.
You
Like
got to have
like
dogs.
I think the Rockets could be a problem for them, but the Rockets I don't think are getting out of this
Their
round.
IQ is too low to me. I think
I don't.
Minnesota could. I
Yeah, I
really
think
do.
Minnesota.
Like,
Yeah, yeah,
because
for sure.
Ant. Now here's the other thing too. If Ant, so I love. Here's what I do love. I love watching Ant take his idols out in the first round. That's
Mm.
crazy when you watch him take
Yeah,
out
yeah.
KD last year. This year's a little different. He had 15. He shot 0 for 11. They shot 7 for 47 from three, and I still am
Yeah, it's
baffled by
crazy.
JJ's coaching, bro. You cannot lose to a team that shoots 7 for 47 from three
No facts.
on your home floor. You cannot lose that game. That's
They had
unacceptable,
missed 23s in a row up until the
bro.
last three they made.
Unacceptable coaching.
Hmm.
Unacceptable. And I don't care who says what. That you gotta bend. You gotta. I don't care what happened before. You're in the moment of the game. You gotta make that sub. Like you have
So
to. Anyway,
after this season, what key pieces do they need to pick up versus they need to get rid of to be a championship caliber team next year?
the Lakers.
Yep.
I I've been here all year. AR has to come off the bench. You need a second guy. Bron has to be your third or fourth option. You need a second guy. Zach Levine's out there. I don't think Zach Levine's staying in Sacramento. You do
Hmm.
need some athletic wings. You need just more athleticism. You need Rui played well, but he's a really nice guy. He would go up there and set that screen when Luca's getting draped by J Mac. He'd go up there and set that screen. And there's this nice little touch screen, and he would pop off. I was like, bro, that has to be a strong Dylan Brooks. Like, nah, nigga, you are getting screened. Like, I'm
Yeah.
stopping you from guarding my good. Get off my guy, bro. Pause.
Do they have some
Like,
first round picks this year?
I think they have some pick swaps. They have a couple first. They kept the first in the Luca trade, which is crazy. I don't know if they. I don't know if they have one or two first. I haven't. I'm not that guy that knows all that
Yeah.
stuff. But I do think they're gonna look at wings and center. Obviously, those are pretty
Mm.
glaring things. But I think back to Ant though. I think Ant is on his way, man. I think we're
Yeah.
watching the next superstar. Uh, this is year two. This is the second year in a
Yeah.
row he's taken out a big
Yeah.
name from a
Yeah.
generation.
Hmm.
That means something. Now, does it mean anything if he gets beat in the second round? that remains to be seen. I think it diminishes it a little bit, but at the same time, it doesn't.
Yeah.
He's cold, man. And the thing I love about Ant is he had a bad game yesterday, and he's still talking that talk. His
Yeah.
teammates are around him, and they're rallying around him. He's talking that shit, but he's all respectful about it though. Like
Yeah.
it's weird. It's like, but because he's so funny and so
Yep.
affable, and I'm like, man, he just said the most disrespectful shit, but I love it, and he's
Oh
smiling the
yeah.
whole time, and I
Yep.
can't
Yep.
not hate him.
Exactly. Yep.
It's funny, man. He's a good dude. I love Ant, man.
For sure.
I love Ant. Pause. I just really like what he brings to the game. You know who else I like too? Where's Giannis going? Where's Giannis
Man.
going? Because he's not going. He grabbed my man by the neck. That's disrespectful. He grabbed him back of his neck.
I want to know what was said, but that shit, Halliburton's dad, lucky he didn't get put
That was
down.
disrespect, bro. That was
You come on the
disrespect.
court, Giannis could have,
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
you're a
Giannis is
center
get.
forward.
Hey, Giannis, you're drafted. You are going. You are going to the gorilla. Giannis, you are drafted. The gorilla's
Man,
gonna have to punch up. That's gonna leave his midsection
man,
open, and then that's gonna then that means we
yeah.
gonna get Anthony Joshua's gonna be able to get some body shots in there. Hey, we need Canelo.
Get
Canelo, you
Canelo in there
drafted
for
too,
sure.
because
Facts.
Giannis is gonna be out there. He gonna have to punch up. Canelo can get him with them body shots.
I'll tell you,
Tank.
man, so if 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 Giannis is gone, Dame is out with a
Damn,
torn
damn.
Achilles. So what is Milwaukee's next move? Do they just
Rebuild. You're gonna be bad for a while.
yeah.
You gonna go into obscurity for a while. It's over.
Oh yeah.
Um, it's unfortunate, but I don't know how much Giannis has on his contract or if he's a free agent or what, but
Mhm.
um, Dame going out just killed the whole thing. Like
Yep.
that's
Exactly.
unfortunate. I don't think we're ever seeing Dame time the way we knew him as.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
RIP. Not RIP. Like he's not done. I don't think he's too good of a player. He's too driven, but we're not gonna see him,
No,
be
yeah.
the Dame that we know and love
Yeah,
from here
yeah.
on out. Because the position that he plays, like
Exactly.
a point guard with an Achilles, bro, your burst is gone.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
wrap. It's a
Facts.
wrap. If you were a wing, that'd be different. Or if you were a
Yeah,
shooter
yeah.
like Clay or
Yep.
even a Kawhi or something like that, like that's different because you're playing a wing or you don't got to handle the ball
Exactly.
every time down. But you're a 6'2" guard now.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Facts, yeah.
I don't know. Um, Love Dame though, one of my favorite players. I don't have many players jerseys, but I got his Portland one.
No, yeah.
That's my guy. So yeah, where's Giannis go? I don't know. Miami could be a spot.
Yeah.
Uh, I think Miami's ripe for a guy like Giannis. I don't think he cares about the bright lights. Now, can Giannis get to? Man, I'd take him in L.A. I think Giannis to Dallas is a reality. Possibly Nico's definitely dealing right now. He's.
Yeah.
I don't know if that team is gonna look the same. Based because he's had a chance to see AD now. AD gets hurt the
Yeah.
first thing, and when he came back, I think without the bright lights and the pressure of Bron, AD doesn't have a motor like that. He's one of the most
Yeah.
talented players in the league, but his motor is not. And now he's down there with Luca. You see what happened to Luca?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that Dallas food is.
He's
I
on that.
mean,
Facts.
so I think Luca's yeah, he gonna slim up. He gonna have to get better at
No, yeah.
defense, bro. Like that,
Yeah, there's
it's
gonna be some
unacceptable.
big changes. I mean, even shit. Speaking of food, you think Zion Zion is
He says Zion getting drafted. So Zion, you two are drafted to the.
Zion at least end of the year was in better shape. Before that, this nigga was showing up to games with grease spots on his hoodie, like he was knee deep in gumbo pregame.
He was sweating gumbo.
Bro, he needs to get out of he needs to get out of
He
New
needed
Orleans
out
for
of New
sure.
Orleans.
Yeah, because
He
he's
said,
eating
speaking of
good.
food. No, but here's man, and then you still got the Spurs. Wemby, the playoffs
Oh
with Wemby's a whole different ballgame because when you shrink the floor and you shrink the game like that, and the margin of errors,
no,
and you
yeah,
have a 7-4 Wemby out there, like the game planning
exactly.
you can do in a 7-game series with someone like Wemby is crazy.
Yeah,
Like
facts.
we haven't even seen that yet. So the Spurs are gonna be a problem. They got
No,
De'Aaron Fox
facts.
down there. We forgot. Like
Exactly.
so the league is gonna be a complete like this is, and it kind of mirrors college basketball. So to our point about developing players,
Oh yeah,
you can't develop a player if they're constantly moving around everywhere. So,
exactly.
you know, like um, it's just there's a lot of disparity, a lot of things
For
happening,
sure.
and I just think that is what it is. So crypto, real quick, we'll talk real quick. Crypto, um, we're at 80. I think Bitcoin has to hit. Um, it's pumping this morning. It's up to
Yeah,
96,000. It hit 97 for the first time in a
97. Yep.
while. So, I think that we're gonna have a good May. What are your thoughts right now?
Oh, I think so. I think it's going to keep moving. I think it might be another little pullback or something over the weekend, but I think it's hitting 100 again next week.
Mm-hmm. Um, Coinbase just recently offered Bitcoin-backed loans at
Mm,
4 to 8% for institutions. So there's so much bullish stuff happening for crypto right now. I think there's a lot of narratives going around. It's vaporware, it's a scam, it's speculative, it's all these things. And I agree with 100% of those takes. And the underlying technology, there is some good stuff here that you're going to have to sift through in the scams and the rug pulls and whatnot.
yeah,
There is something happening. And there is, a market here for technology with AI and blockchain tech and digital assets and all those things. So
sure.
we'll continue on that path down the road. Put me on to something real quick and we'll get out of here. What's up?
Shit. I don't even want to say it yet, but Zenith's dropping. Zenith's about to drop.
Jesus.
Zenith's about to drop. We've been working on the labels all week.
Yep.
I ain't gonna show them yet. I'll show it off camera, but the labels is going crazy. We got a few more things to switch up, but labels are in production, trying to um, rearrange some things right now. But we got the color palettes, we got everything going right now, and yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
So
next week
Zenith.
maybe I think next week maybe I'll introduce and show you guys a little something. But
Yeah. We trying to see that, man. What's
sure,
up? Show me the Zenith joints. I actually just took my drops this morning.
oh, sure.
I took my drops this morning. Damn. What am I on right now? Shoot. Put you on. Oh, I know I'm late to the game. I just bought some protein powder because I've been a pescatarian for a while.
Mm,
And oh no, here's what it is. So the Hustle threes. I just bought some. I've been wanting to buy low top shoes. I've been in the LeBron 17s forever. I played hooping LeBrons forever, and everyone's like, "Man, those are heavy." Blah 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 blah. So I've been trying to find lower shoes.
mm-hmm,
And now that my plantar fasciitis is pretty much gone, I played in the
mm-hmm,
Hustle threes because I bought those a while ago. The
uh-huh,
Wemby's.
yeah.
Man, I'm liking it, man. So I just bought another pair. I'm finna just see. I'm gonna rock with these. These are my first low tops I've ever worn in my whole life. So
Oh yeah.
um, the Hustle threes, Nike GT Hustle threes, they on sale right now. So if you
Yeah.
like cushion and shit, and you like a lower
Oh
shoe, and you're a
yeah.
bigger person, you might want to
Yeah.
check those out.
I've been wearing low top since probably since I'm trying to think. I think probably since right senior year of high school or right after I
Mm.
graduated high school. I've only wore, but I grew up playing soccer too, so I like
Oh,
it's
okay.
just it's more comfortable to me. So
Yeah.
I like low top Kobe's and those type of shoes, and like I never really hooped in Jordans unless they were lower. Like I played in the threes for a little bit, like my sophomore year. And that's because I
I
saw
remember
IT
that.
play. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
IT was playing in stuff when he was at UW, throwing on heat, and I was like, man, let me throw something on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but other than that,
Um,
like Kobe's the most. I like low top shoes. They've always just been way more comfortable and can move better in them.
yeah, I've always liked mids. Mids
Hmm.
and like mids were always my thing, and they don't really make them that more except for
Hmm.
LeBrons, and so that's when I
Yeah,
started. That's why I just wore LeBrons. I was like, oh, they ain't making mids no more, so I had to rock those, and I got my knees and just anyway, yeah, all the stuff I need cushioning and whatnot. Um, yeah, man. So that's what I'm on, man. Like, shoot, we'll be back next week. We still got
yep,
guests coming and all that, man. We just wanted to make sure we tapped in and yeah. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff coming, man. The
no, for
giveaway and all
sure.
that, but we'll tap in. It's busy times right now. It's spring. Spring market's really busy for real estate, so we
No,
just
yep,
making sure that we getting on and tapping in with y'all. So thank y'all for tuning in. If you're watching, appreciate you. Comment down below something, tap in with us, and then we'll hit y'all on the next one. Brick
yes,
by
sir.
brick. Peace. Yes, sir.